Hey guys, it's Mr. Bicen and I have just come out of the second Core Pure exam this afternoon. I'm in my car and I wanted to tell you what I thought about this paper immediately. Now, to start off with, I have done a poll about what people have thought of this, and compared to the first paper, it's pretty clear that people are putting this more around like a 3 or a 4 out of 5. And I have to say, I agree. I think in lots of ways this paper was more demanding than paper 1. Perhaps it was just because of the types of topics that there were. But I also don't think it's been that challenging compared to previous years. If I just kind of go through some of the questions that came up, I think some of them were really pretty standard. So we had a hyperbolics one at the beginning, like I predicted in my sort of in-between session that I did. I said that would definitely come up. It was a really similar kind of question. The Maclaurin question, it was pretty straightforward. Maybe the part A people would have found hard with differentiating. The R-than part, again, I did one of those questions as a challenge question in my in-between session as well. The improper question, I think that was pretty straightforward. It was just like a really classic one with some really easy integration. The series question and the Argand diagram question were literally why we say if something was textbook, we literally mean it's so easy it could have been like as predicted from a textbook. I mean, the series question was a really straightforward kind of one compared to other things that we've seen in the past. And the Argand diagrams, I've never seen such easy loci in a year 2 paper to draw. So some pretty friendly questions there. Even the differential equation question, I think, was quite a straightforward one. There was nothing kind of tricky that you had to do with the particular integral. And then we did get roots of unity, which I wasn't expecting to necessarily see. But that roots of unity question, you could do a lot of checking of that on the calculator. That was, in fact, the theme of a lot of this paper was you were able to check if your answers were right by subbing into your calculator, especially if you had the graphics, which can obviously do a few more things as well. The matrices question, it was just talking about finding a determinant. It's one of the first things you learn about when you're doing a 3x3 matrix. And then we also had the part with trying to solve an equation in terms of K, but it wasn't about a sheaf or a prism. It was literally just a single point. So it was quite like a simple kind of application of that. And we always try and prepare people for some of those hardest bits. And then, of course, there was a challenging volumes of revolution question that was at the end with parametric. I don't think that it was hard in terms of like the setup. I actually just think it had some quite tough integration into it. And I would love to know what you guys have thought of this whole paper. I think if you came to my in-between session, you'll have seen that lots of those topics did come up. And actually some of them even came up in an incredibly similar style. And obviously I'll be doing that again for the in-between the pure papers as well. So I need to drive home because I'm actually about to do a live stream to prepare for some other exams as well, which I hope I might see you in. But yeah, that's it. The first 2 core pure papers are done. There are so many marks left to gain for further maths, 50% still left to gain. So even if these haven't gone so well for you, do keep pushing on because we've got the applied modules coming up and we've got a little bit of time to revise for those. I think the next one up is further mechanics 1, which happens to be my favorite. So let me know how it went in the comments. I do hope it went good for you guys. Don't feel down if they didn't go great because you've still got lots of time to make some improvements. And I look forward to seeing you in another video soon.